Test.com's Ase L1 Practice Test. For the complete practice test, flashcards, exam review, and testing tips, check out the complete A1 through A8 Practice Test Kit with 800 questions and the Ase L1 Auto Maintenance and Light Repair Practice Exam Kit with 100 questions and fully explained answers. General Powertrain Diagnosis. Question 1. An engine will not start. The technician uses a scan tool and finds DTC diagnostic trouble code P0335 crankshaft position sensor CKP stored. This vehicle has electronic ignition without a distributor. Which of the following is the most likely cause? A. Bad engine position sensor ground. B. Defective cam position sensor. C. Open power circuit to ignition coil number 1. D. Abnormal scope pattern. A. Bad engine position sensor ground. When the crankshaft position sensor, or POS signal, is not detected by the ECM during the first few seconds of engine cranking, the ECM, or engine control module, will set a code P0335. A bad crankshaft position sensor, CKP, ground will cause the engine not to start and set this code. Question 2. The engine cranks but will not start. Which of the following should be checked first? A. Ignition circuit. B. Ground circuit. C. Camshaft position sensor. D. Crankshaft position sensor. A. Ignition circuit. On the typical no-start symptom flowchart, the ignition circuit is listed as a priority 1 item in the order of inspection to check first. The other answers in this question could be the root cause and should be part of a sequenced diagnostic process. Computerized powertrain control diagnosis. Question 3. The OBD2 Onboard Diagnostic Level 2 system on a vehicle interprets a disconnected spark plug as a misfire that could damage the three-way catalyst. On which trip will the ECM or PCM most likely turn on the malfunction indicator lamp or the MIL? A. First trip. B. Second trip. C. Third trip. D. Fourth trip. A. First trip. It is most likely that on the first trip a misfire condition can occur that can damage the three-way catalyst, or TWC, due to overheating. Specific onboard diagnostic items will cause the ECM to light up or blink the MIL and store DTC and freeze frame data, even in the first trip, e.g. misfire, possible three-way catalyst damage, DTC, P0300, P0306 will most likely set. Question 4. Two technicians are discussing the ECM engine control module reprogramming process. Technician A says the first step in the reprogramming procedure is to determine the current software needed. Technician B says in most cases using the factory scan tool or software is needed for reprogramming. Who is right? A. A only. B. B only. C. Both A and B. D. Neither A nor B. C. Both A and B. Both technicians are correct. Technician A is right because before any reprogramming takes place, you must determine what software is needed and installed. Technician B is right because reprogramming is proprietary and generally requires the factory scan tool or current software with a laptop computer and adapter. Ignition system diagnosis. Question 5. A vehicle with a no-start concern has been checked with a spark checker and has no spark to the plugs. Technician A says to test for battery voltage at the ignition coil by reconnecting the red lead of a DMM digital multimeter to the coil negative terminal and black lead to a good ground. Technician B says with the DMM red lead on the coiled negative terminal and the black lead grounded, the voltage should fluctuate while cranking the engine. Who is right? A only, B only, C, both A and B, D, neither A nor B. B only. Technician B is right because as the computer pulses the coil on and off, the voltage reading will fluctuate. Technician A is wrong because you check for voltage at the positive terminal, not the negative terminal. Question 6. A vehicle has a stored and active misfire DTC diagnostic trouble code on a rough-running engine. A broken valve spring is suspected. Which of the following tests could detect a broken valve spring? A. Running vacuum. B. Cranking vacuum. C. Cranking compression. D. Scope firing lines. A. Running vacuum. The running vacuum test will show a weak or broken valve spring. Weak valve springs will produce a normal reading at idle, but as engine speed increases, the needle will fluctuate rapidly between 12 and 24 inches of mercury. The other choices will not show a broken valve spring. Fuel and air inductor systems diagnosis. Question 7. A vehicle has a stored and active misfire DTC diagnostic trouble code on a rough-running engine. A broken valve spring is suspected. Which of the following tests could detect a broken valve spring? A. Running vacuum. B. Cranking vacuum. C. Cranking compression. D. Scope firing lines. A. Running vacuum. The running vacuum test will show a weak or broken valve spring. Weak valve springs will produce a normal reading at idle, but as engine speed increases, the needle will fluctuate rapidly between 12 and 24 inches of mercury. The other choices will not show a broken valve spring. Question 8. Two technicians are explaining emission diagnosis of the fuel system. Technician A says an ignition misfire will increase CO and HC emissions and set a DTC diagnostic trouble code. Technician B says a misfire caused by a lean condition will increase HC and CO emissions without a DTC being set. Who is right? A only, B only, C, both A and B, D, neither A nor B. A only. Technician A is right because all misfires set a specific DTC and will increase HC and CO. Technician B is wrong because a lean misfire also sets a DTC and will not increase HC and CO. Emission control systems diagnosis. Question 9. A vehicle comes in with the MIL or malfunction indicator light on with DTC diagnostic trouble code P0456, small leak detected in evap canister system. Technician A says a defective vent solenoid or leak could be the cause. Technician B says a wrong or defective gas cap could be the cause. Who is right? A only, B only, C, both A and B, D, neither A nor B. C, both A and B. Both technicians are right because DTC diagnostic trouble code P0456, small leak detected in evap canister system, is caused by the following: defective vent or purge solenoid, leak in the evap hoses, or a defective loose or wrong gas cap. Question 10. Which of the following would indicate a closed EGR, exhaust gas recirculation valve? A. Rough idle. B. Stalling. C. Spark knock. D. Engine surge. C. Spark knock. A spark knock is a symptom of an EGR valve that is always closed. The other choices are wrong because they are symptoms of an EGR valve that is always open. IM failure diagnosis. Question 11. Which IM inspection maintenance test uses a dynamometer that places a single weight load on the vehicle? A. Loaded mode test. B. Acceleration simulation mode, or ASM. C. Both A and B. D. Two-speed idle test. C. Both A and B. The loaded mode test and the acceleration simulation mode, or ASM, requires the use of a dynamometer to place a single weight load on the vehicle, which simulates actual driving similar to the federal test used to certify vehicles by the EPA. Question 12. An engine with SFI, sequential fuel injection, has low power. The emission readings on a 5-gas analyzer suggest which of the following causes: A. Clogged air filter. B. Defective spark plug. C. Stuck closed EGR, exhaust gas recirculation valve. D. Clogged fuel filter. A. Clogged air filter. Clogged air filter is right because the CO, or carbon monoxide reading, is high at both 600 and 2000 RPM, where at those RPM values it should have been less than 0.5%, and it also increased with high RPM, suggesting air starvation. HC, or hydrocarbons, is higher at 2000 RPM, showing excess fuel in the system. The other readings are normal. B is wrong because a defective spark plug would have caused higher HC readings. C is wrong because a defective EGR valve would have affected nitrogen oxide readings, which are normal. D is wrong because a clogged fuel filter would not show high CO. Thanks for watching Test.com's Ase L1 Practice Test. For complete practice, try Test.com's 100-question Ase L1 Practice Test. See Test.com for more information.